Good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad to see you guys here. I think that I'm assuming that all of you guys that are here are willing or thinking or already did some upgrades at Liferay. I did a bunch of them, so Rafael also. And the idea is we try to share with you guys, as the presentation says, the pitfalls and the challenges, our journey when it started, okay? So, but okay, nice to know. You said you like some singer from Brazil. No worries, but who are you? So, my name is Renato. I'm playing the role of team lead at Liferay for, I joined Liferay in 2014, so 10 years of relationship. And right now, I'm in the position of team lead at Liferay.
So, and I'm Rafael Prachedes, and as Renato, I'm playing the role as the team lead, actually in the upgrade teams, and that's it.
Okay, so how we start our relationship with the upgrades at Liferay? So we start flirting, fixing some bugs that are annoying our customers, maybe also annoying us, and also we start to write upgrade process to upgrade the forms component, the component that we used to work on. And guess what? Our journey got really serious. We got engaged with the Liferay upgrades in back March 2022. And since then, we completed 21 upgrades in different customers, different versions until today. And in Brazil, in our hometown, Recife, we have right now 3 squads working simultaneously in 6 upgrades from different Liferay customers, from different places that you can imagine.
From different versions as well.
From different versions also. Okay, so come on, guys. Are you ready to enjoy and embark on this journey? If you are, please go ahead. It's time. Okay. Okay, our agenda for today will be, why should I upgrade? Have you ever made this question to you? If not, you have a few seconds to do it. Okay, the pitfalls and challenges, the bad part, and the best part, the solutions and the best threats that we offer to you that we are applying in the day-by-day when performing the upgrades. And what are the plans for future? And a kind of conclusion for the takeaways from this presentation. Okay, so why should I upgrade, Renato? Okay, if you upgrade, if you're in 7.4, in the quarterly release, we will be able to perform your custom development using client extensions instead of OSGI modules. As we have been hearing here, it's a kind of the future, and the client extensions is a way for you to perform custom development in a decoupled way. We will invoke headless APIs provided by Liferay portal, and we'll be able to consume and evolve your customization with not having to consume a Liferay API and be affected by the breaking changes that will be introduced by the major release of our portal. Also, upgrade from old versions like 6.2 instead of new version like 7.3, it's much more costly. If you give it a try, you'll see. And also, we also have been hearing about the guys here, Brian Chen, Marco Leo, hey, try to achieve and implement your business logic using out-of-the-box features. I know that you may not be able to accomplish all of them, but try to push to make it happen. If you're not able to do it, go with client extension customization. Okay, time to share what are the pitfalls that we have been facing. The mainly ones, compatibility issues. So, the first customer that we have been doing the upgrade, it was affected by a feature change. They used to have this homepage, a Pulse portlet, who has been using Liferay for a while, may remind about this portlet, Pulse portlet. And okay, this portlet was deprecated and replaced by Liferay Forms. So maybe this change can affect you, and it's important you think about it and you consider this. So feature changes, but also features may be removed from the Liferay portal. So the web form portlet, sorry, I'm talking about forms too much because I used to work with these guys a lot of, okay? So the web form was removed. So maybe if you are implementing something and leverage on one of these portlets, it may be removed. So pay attention to it. Also, Liferay Engineering is focused to improve and provide a product with high quality, and sometimes we need to perform very big changes in the code, which may affect you. So change relate to the Liferay tag libs, Liferay themes, dependencies, npm package versions that we may be switching on upgrade in our package JSON. Also, that's a good part. If you are a Liferay developer and you want to interact with web content templates, the fragments, and you are writing framework templates, pay attention. And if you are going to also to the SAS, service locator is the way that you can the variable that you can use in free market to invoke the service generated by service builder. Okay, but in SAS it's not available due to security reasons. And this portal property template engine service locator restrict, it's by default set by true to true, and it says, hey, I will just allow you to invoke service generated by service builder. So if you have a custom service implemented by you that wasn't generated by service builder, you need to pay attention to this property. Otherwise, your logic may be affected. Also, if you're a fan of velocity and not a fan of free marker, man, you need to think about, because velocity was deprecated and we are using free marker. But we have good news about this, okay? Okay, sometimes it's so simple, but sometimes you are a JavaScript boy, you love jQuery, you love the UI that Liferay built. Very good, man, but maybe when you upgrade it, it's not enabled by default. But no problem, you go to system settings, enable, and roller coaster mode again, all good. So pay attention, if you are a fan from jQuery, Alloy UI, make sure it's enabled in the latest versions. Also, I'm a web design, I'm the guy, I like font awesome. Okay, guy, you need to pay attention. Maybe it's not enabled by default. And Liferay has good reason for it, but just consider it. And also, I want to, one of the guys told me, hey, I want to take to override the JSP, I will create my fragment, fragment host, set the correct version of the host module. Okay, but it was changed to a newer version, and you need to consider it also. Okay, and also, pay attention to performance. When you make sure that when you migrate your portal, the main use case that you are used to have in your previous version are with the expected performance. And you may use tools like the Glowroot shipped in the bundle of Liferay, already available for you. Take a look, analyze. Maybe it's a change in Liferay that's introducing the performance bottleneck, but maybe it's your customization that is doing not a so good job. Also, that's the latest, the last pitfall. Hey, I did all good. Thanks for your advice, Renato. Very good, but I would deploy. I want to do my deploy. Okay, man, pay attention. You may have some URL changes that when you deploy and you go to Google to search, oh my goodness, where is, I'm getting 404, where's my page? There may be some change in the URL because you replaced some of your custom modules by out-of-the-box solutions. So, take it easy. Plan, okay? Okay, I talked too much about problems. Sorry about that, but it's for a good reason. And my friend Rafael will start to give the good part. How to fix it, how to improve it, and how we are applying it at home, as Brian says, in our kitchen.
So, exactly. So, taking account that upgrade is a problem and we need to solve, what's the first thing that we need to do? Is define a process, right? So, here is our process. Basically, we started with the original version of the environment that we want to upgrade. And the first thing that we check and we receive from the customer or from the GS is environment and with some use case that we need to check against this original version and check against the upgraded version. So we have basically three main phases in our process. We call the first one, the biggest one here, the compile issue fixes phase. And after that, we have the startup errors that I will give you more details about these shortly. And about the startup errors, after the startup errors, we have the front-end errors phase. So, talking about the compile one. So, we subdivide this in some chunks, and the first thing that we do in this phase is to point to the version we want to upgrade. For example, in our sample here, we will upgrade to the Q3.0.0 version. So, after we point to the version we want to upgrade, we run automation that we made internally in Liferay that will fix automatically some compile issues that we have faced in some previous upgrade projects. So, and after that, we do the rest. So, we need to go to the code, see the compilation issues that we have, and fix these manually. So, and while we are part of team doing these phases, we are another part run the upgrade of the database. So, we won't focus on the database because Chaparro, I think, will talk about this subject tomorrow, and we can wait for him to explain us about these issues with the database. So, and the startup errors, basically our goal is to have a clean log from our server, in this case the Tomcat, for example. So once we have a clean startup with no warnings, no errors, we are good with this phase. And after that, we start to the front-end errors. This one is the biggest one and the more challenging one because is in that phase that we will check the use case that we check in the beginning of the process. So, and probably some of them will be broken. So that is our challenge, our more challenge phase for now. So, but doing upgrades, we have faced common issues, and we thought some time ago, okay, we need to optimize our process. We need sometimes to build tools or leverage other tools and improve these tools to help us doing the whole process. So the first tool that we are going to show you is the upgrade analyzer. We call it upgrade analyzer. That basically help us to divide the tasks between the developers in the first two phases, the compile and the startup phase. Because we need this, or why we need this? Imagine that we are upgrading a workspace with, for example, 100 modules, and these modules connect to each other, so in a crazy way. So, how do we know for which one we will start to fix the compile errors? Because if you try to compile a module that depends from another module that has also compile issues, you are going to see the real issues in the modules that you are trying to upgrade now.
For sure.
So, we developed this to give us a game plan in how to tackle this battle. So, this is the command that we use to run this tool. And we also are leveraging the source format platform that we have for years in Liferay. And we have built some new rules specialized in fixed automated issues, basically the compile ones.
Yes.
So once we run this, we can see the diff and we can see how these two can save time in our upgrades. It's very important. So, and to run this, we need to display the GW format source with these parameters. So, let's see some code. We are not doing a live demonstration because
we are not so brave as Brian, but
exactly. So we have prepared for this presentation a 702 workspace with some samples of modules. We select the most used ones like service builder modules, REST builder modules, panel app customization, implementation, SSO customization, and a scheduler job one. So in this repo, we have two branches. The 7.2 is the original one with the code with the original version, and the 7.4 is the one with the upgraded version. We created meaningful commits that you can see after and understand what change was made and which tool did that change. So, sorry. Okay, so here's a video just showing you the original workspace. Like it looks like a common workspace with the modules folder, with the customizations there, the panel app, the service builder, REST builder. So the themes, the scheduler job implementation. So in total we have 11 projects, 11 modules, Gradle modules that will be upgraded in this demonstration. So let's go to the okay. Sorry. Okay. As I said, the first tool that we use is the upgrade analyzer that will bring to us, will give to us a game plan and will show us how these modules are interconnected. So here's a sample of this output for this workspace. So how you can see above, we have a chart showing the dependencies between the modules, and in the below the strategy that we need to use to pick the right modules and doing a compile fixes, a smooth, I can say, compile issue fixes. So just to give you some explanation. So below we have a list of modules separated by levels. So each level represents a dependency. So for example, in this case, we must start with the level 1. So the level 1 contains the modules that has no dependency. So and these modules are safe to be picked in the first moment. So once we finish the first level, all the modules in the level above are free to be taken. So it was a way to organize our team, because with this approach we can have, for example, 2-3 developers working in parallel, and we have a more faster output in the compile issue phase. So after that, it is the first change that we need to do in our code to have to start the upgrade. So we need to point to the target version that we need to upgrade. So in this case, we were in the 7.2.10 and we are going to the 24 key 3 release version. So we have 2 changes in the Gradle files, and we have one change in the source format properties file with 2 properties. As you can see here, we have a Liferay version that is 7.4, because in some parts of the portal we still using this name, this
value.
This value, exactly. And in some other parts, like for example the Gradle, the modules, the artifacts hosted in our repository uses the 24, the Q3, the Q namespace. So in the next example, you can see the difference. So once we have this, once we have the workspace point to the target version, we need to run the format source Gradle task. So with these attributes and with this category saying that, okay, source formats, just run the rules related to the upgrades. So So now we are going to see the changes that the source format did in this case, right? So the first one is the changes in the build Gradle files. That is very important because, as you can see in the previous version, we have like a lot of specific artifacts declared. So imagine that when you go to the target version, we need to specify the current version for each module. So it's error prone. So you can easily put the wrong version and have issues in your startup phase. So we have automation that will go to every con.liferay artifact and will check if it's present on our fetch-jar. So if so, it will be removed. In this case, all of these ones were removed in place of this channel for fetch-jar version. And below here, how can you see? We have the change in the save XML related to the DTD link. So here we are seeing the example of the previous properties below here. So here is a sample of the automated fixing. So before, the panel app had a set portlet method that was removed. Yes. It was replaced, not replaced. Now we have in place a get portlet method. So the source format will do for you this automatically. And imagine that you have a ton of this implementation. So it's saving your time. Here is another sample of change that the source format is capable to do. So have two versions here. So how you can see here, there are two versions of similar methods. One, the above one, the automated rule was able to do this automatically. So just a consideration about the source format. So it's not a compiler. So it's not able to detect the types as a compiler can do. So sometimes, so the first case, the above one, is very simple because we know that the parent name 0 is in semi-context, is a variable that the type is long, or the type is a string, for example. So this is easy to detect. But the second case, we have a supplier of string, so it's not easy to detect. But we will at least give you a tip how to fix that. So when you run the format source, it will do this automatically. But the second version of this method, in your console, you see a suggestion like this: let commit message. So the tool will point you the LPD, the Jira issue that we wrote to automate that rule. So this comment will be exactly the message that you will see in your console. So what we need to do is just go to our Jira project and see the details in the ticket. So all of these tickets have these archetype, like you have a description, actual result, and the expected result. So just seeing these, you will be able to apply this change. So okay, after that, what we need to do? So we have learned that some compile issues will be just fixed running our internal tools like source format, like the service builder, like the REST builder, because as everything Liferay, these tools are evolving constantly. So I'm going to show you a video just to summarize the compile issues that the build service will fix for you. For example, the SOAP class were removed. We have some class added due to the DSL query framework, some other methods, and so on. So if you try to attack this in the first time, so you will need to fix this manually. And let's the service build do this for us. Okay. Just jumping here. Okay. So after that, what we need to do? So probably we still have some compile issues. So in this case, we need to do this manually. But it's an important phase of our process because it's in that phase that we will collect new patterns to automate it. So in every upgrade we run, we learn new patterns and we automate new patterns. So, and it's a process that never ends, basically. So sometimes we discussed, hey, how we can use AI to improve our process. So we had some internal conversations with the Google guys, and hey, we analyze our process. Okay, imagine that we can collect these patterns without do upgrades.
Good question.
Good question. So we can have more patterns automated that will impact in our time to fix the issues between versions. So we started to do a POC some time ago, comparing two versions of Liferay. For example, in this case, we can compare the 7.2 and the 7.4. And as we saw here, so probably what you need to do in your code, it was made in the Liferay code. So try to put some LLM module to understand this difference and explain this to us, or generate something, some output that will help us to apply this, will be a good benefit. So we tried this, and here is some outputs. So it seems very simple, but some of them we did manually. So basically what we are is output of compared two versions of Liferay using Gemini and the Vertex AI to give you a explanation what has changed and what's the impact and how we can fix. And the model shows us how it was before and how it should be now. So imagine, so instead of doing upgrades, we just run this, and this will give us, amen, you need to automate this. And in the future, we plan, okay, once we have this, why not use another model to apply this automatically to the code? That's it. It's another sample, but it follows the same approach.
And what are the takeaways that we want to deliver for you guys? So, first, dedicate time to plan your upgrade, especially if you are coming from an old version from Liferay. Second, regarding custom development, try to implement your business logic focusing in out-of-the-box solutions provided by Liferay. If you are not able to do it, okay, consider client extension as your first option. And check out the resource that we have been talking to you guys here. It's already helping us to perform the upgrades, make our Liferays easier. And as Rafael mentioned, upgrade analyzer and source formatter for upgrades. Thank you guys.